Tulane has now dropped out of the Nico sweepstakes. It appears many different schools out there are effectively saying, yeah, we don't need him. And his options are dwindling. And a lot of different coaches are speaking out and saying that they have outrageous expectations for pay based on his play on the field. UCLA doesn't have very much money, and the younger brother spurned UCLA to go to Arkansas, Madden, but there seems to be a growing consensus that Nico is going to make a fraction of what he was making at Tennessee, and he's going to go to a worse situation, which is doubling up on two different awful propositions. You don't want to take less money for the same work, and you don't want to go to a worse place to work to make less money. This is the exact opposite of why you would have representation. This is the exact opposite of why you would take advice, and I think it's such a cautionary tale. He didn't realize how good his deal was at Tennessee. He was playing at one of the elite money and fan-based schools in the country. He was assured the starting job, and he was going to be paid over $2 million to do it. And he was going to be playing for a coach who knew him well, knew what his skill set was, and has gotten Hendon Hooker and Joe Milton both drafted. And instead, the transfer portal opens on Wednesday, and Nico may now be in the situation where he has to wait to see who Tennessee signs to see what jobs may open so that he can get a starting job somewhere. In other words, Tennessee's going to be able to survey the landscape. Everybody out there knows that Tennessee was paying Nico $2 million. So that's like 98% of starting quarterbacks in college football are making less than that. And so if you want to make over $2 million and you want to play in the SEC and you want to be beloved by one of the biggest fan bases in all of college sports, that's going to be something that I think has a lot of appeal for people out there. And if you go to UCLA, you got to pay 16% tax. There's no state income tax here where I live in Tennessee. In California, you're going to have to pay 15 or 16% on whatever you make. So if you make $1 million, that means California gets 150 or 160 of that right off the top compared to what you would have made at Tennessee. It's crazy.